Hi friends, Shayla here. So this is the first time you're seeing my face in this vlog, but hi, welcome to my Fall Into Manga Love vlog. I am really excited for this week. I'm already making really good progress on my TBR. I fully expect to blow through my TBR by like Thursday and have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday to read whatever manga I feel like. So let's go ahead and dive right into what I've already read this morning. So already this morning I've read Volume 3 of Don't Toy With Me, Miss Nagatoro. In this one, I felt like this took on a sweeter tone, less sadistic, so I think I'm going to be in for the long haul on this one now. Again, this is one I'm still going to take volume by volume just because it could go dark anytime, but it's less sadistic and getting more sweet, and clearly he's understanding her feelings better, and he's starting to understand his own feelings for her, and it's really sweet, and I'm really enjoying it so far. Next, we have Perfect World Volume 2. In this one, again, we're dealing with disability rep from an ableist perspective, so you do need to be aware of that. But I feel like in Volume 2 in particular, the wool is definitely taken away from... Oh, why did her name just leave me? Tsugumi. I fully believe that the wool kind of clears from her eyes because she and Itsuki start to date. And with she and Itsuki dating, she gets a really rude awakening that there's a lot more involved in Itsuki's care than she even realized. She meets his, visiting, he basically has a nurse that comes to help, and the nurse is going through a divorce, has feelings for Itsuki, and so she's become an interloper. And then they go to meet her family. They want to introduce her to this other guy that they like, so he becomes an interloper. So the interlopers come into this one, and the things that the interlopers say to the couple aren't necessarily wrong. They're things that the couple hasn't truly thought about in dating each other. So I feel like Volume 2 is a huge wake-up call for our characters about whether they can really make this work or not. And so I really appreciate the take on it. And there are definitely some things that happen that, give clarity to both of them. Volume 3 is coming out soon. I read them all already, so this was a reread, but I still really enjoy it. This second time, this volume had a bigger impact to me than it did the first time I read it, but it's still so good. I still love this series a whole lot. Beyond the Clouds Volume 2, we've got the amazing Theo, and he is doing everything he can to help, why did her name just leave me? Mia. Little Mia with her wing, to protect her, to keep her safe, and to help her learn how to harness her own magical power, I guess we'll say. With that's not really gonna be spoilery. So this is them officially starting their journey, and they leave the small town where Theo's found family is, and it's so cute. I continue to love this a whole heckin' ton. I have no regrets on continuing on with the series. I'm so excited for Volume 3 whenever we get it. I wish we already had it. I'm gonna take a little bit of a break now. I need to film my wrap up and get that edited and uploaded to you guys today. So I'm gonna take a break for a little while. I'm hoping to get at least 3 more volumes of manga done today. I'm assuming I'm gonna be able to do more than that, but I want to at least get that. I am hoping to still get some books read this week. I have some e-arcs that I'd like to get through. So I'll ask you guys if you want to see what I'm reading all week, because this will serve as my wrap up for the week. So you'll probably at least hear about the books, but you can always skip over that part. But I'll mostly be reading manga this week. Believe me, I've got tons of manga to read, and I'd love to catch up on some series, especially since some of them will be finishing off series for me. So I'm finalizing my collection on some of these, so it's good. Anyways, I am definitely excited to continue on reading for this readathon because I have the best time. And yeah, tell me down below if you participated so I can go stalk you on your socials so I can see what you read for the week. All right, so let's talk about what I've read since the last time we talked. So I read the next 50 pages in House of Salt and Sorrows. This is the Tell It Again book club pick for the month of September. And this is a reread for me. I've been really enjoying it, and it's just been such a fun journey. I buddy read this with Lindsay over at Lindsay Tutt and April over at April Sarah. So I always have the best time buddy reading with them, and to reread a favorite is really fantastic. I'm loving it even more on a second read. So yes, this is definitely my cup of tea, and it's just a good time. I have also been listening to The Highlander by Kerrigan Byrne. That's my current audiobook. I've been absolutely loving it. It's been a fantastic time. And it's intense. These ones always tend to involve some really intense subject matters, like perhaps sexual assault or witness to a murder, things like that. So it can get kind of intense. So that's why I mentioned that. But let's get into the manga that I've read so far. All right, so the first one we're going to talk about is my Read an LGBT plus pick, and that was 7 Days, story by Venio Tachibana and art by Rihito Takari. In this one, we have a boy at a high school. He's a first year, and every Monday, he basically goes out with the first person to ask him out. He does have some rules, but they're very vague. And from there, there's a third-year student, a third-year boy, who decides, well, I'm going to ask him out. They're both in the archery club, and so they had kind of noticed each other from a distance before now. And so he asks him out on Monday, because nobody had asked him out yet, and they start going out, and they go out for a week. And this is their dating experience, getting to know one another on a more romantic level, and the drama centered around all of that. It is so cute. I love this so much. And this has been around for years. It recently got repubbed physically by Sublime, like within the last couple of years, I want to say. There was some controversy centered around this series. There was a book that was basically a ripoff of this plotline and this story. So I always say support the original manga on it, and it's fantastic. I absolutely loved it. 5 stars. I did not expect to give this 5 stars, if I'm totally and completely honest, but this was so sweet and so cute and so full of what teenagers go through when they're falling in love. It is so cute, and the insecurities show, like, everything that you expect to find in a high school love story is here. And it's really cute. It's not overly sexual for people who are worried about, like, that whole thing with reading about teens having sex and you're an adult. That's not what's going on here. They kiss, they make out a little, but that's all you'll see. So it's not a smutty series, which isn't necessarily on brand for me, but I still love this. I love love. Let's just be real here. And it was really good. I really loved it. Next is my prompt for read a sequel, and that was Don't Call Me Daddy. This is a spin-off sequel to Don't Call Me Dirty, and this follows Shoji's father and the neighbor, like the old man's neighbor at the candy store, his son. And it's their relationship and how they've been friends for years, and how Hano has had feelings for Ryuji for a long time. And I really think Ryuji had feelings the whole time too, but he just doesn't know how to talk about it or how to voice it. And there's something that happens within this volume that makes Hano leave for 20 years, and then he comes back due to situations within Don't Call Me Dirty. So you do need to read Don't Call Me Dirty before you read this one to fully understand the scope of things. And it was beautiful. It was so well done. I was totally moved by this particular series, and I recommend checking out both of them. I've really enjoyed both. Solid 4.5 stars on both of these titles. And then last but not least for this update is Sorry for My Familiar Volume 4. This was my read a recommendation prompt. This was a prompt from Melissa over at Misadventures with Melissa, and I really enjoyed this volume. This one, if you try to binge it, it can feel kind of old and dry, but if you spend some time in between each volume, read a few other things, it's really enjoyable. It's been a little while since I did my try 3 where I read the first 3 of these, and it was really fun to jump into volume 4. We get a lot more story in this one, rather than just the cute shenanigans. So that made it really fun. There is a small chance that I'll pick up volume 5 during this readathon because I'm making great progress on all the challenges so far. And then I just get to read what I want to read, which is fantastic. So friends, that is my current update. I might try to read one more volume today. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still kind of feeling out how I'm feeling about it. I've read a ton today, so I'm feeling really good about progress so far. And from here, like I said, I might read one more volume, which would be Horimiya Volume 6. That one doesn't technically fill a prompt. It's just one that I wanted to read during this week. So it would be a bonus, I guess you could say. That's what I'm going to call them on Twitter, at least. I have made a whole thread on Twitter of everything I read, including the mangakas, artists, and publishers. So if you're curious about more specific details like that, you can always check that out on my Twitter. That tells you what prompt they fulfilled and all those kinds of things. So it's really good. I'm really enjoying my time so far. I'm actually going to hop on my computer and check out the Manga Love Readathon Twitter. I checked once earlier today, but I wanted to check on it again today and go from there. So I am excited. It's going to be a good time. So I might read Horimiya Volume 6 tonight. I'm not 100% sure. I might just spend some time chilling with my husband tonight. So I don't know what my plan is yet. But once I figure that out, obviously you guys will find out. So yeah, so far day 1 has been absolutely fantastic. Hi friends, welcome to day 2 of Manga Love. Fall into Manga Love. I don't know how I want to talk this morning, sorry. But I did end up reading Horimiya Volume 6 last night. It was really a good time. It was really fun to revisit these characters. It's been a while since I've read a volume. And it just makes me want to pick up the next volume all that much quicker. And I still really love the pairing of Horimiya, and I'm starting to ship some other pairs as of this one. I know Horimiya is the strongest couple, but I know from here, I believe, we kind of start to follow the other couples a little bit more, so we get a little less Horimiya. But that makes sense since they're already together. We have to get all the people around them together, because that's just how these kinds of stories work, and I'm here for it. And I have definitely people that I'm like shipping together, and so it's going to be interesting to see who ends up with whom, and yeah, it's going to be a good time. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. I have a big pile of manga I want to get read today, but I need to go run some errands and I need to film and upload a video today. So I won't be getting to reading really till this afternoon, but I have at least 4 volumes that I need to get read today. And then the rest I have all week that I'm hoping to get to. So, but as long as I get those 4 read today, I'm going to feel pretty good about that. So I borrowed 4 volumes from a friend, and that's what I'm getting read today. So I've got Clover, the whole series. And then she also loaned me the first 3 volumes in a older shoujo series. So I'll kind of do a pseudo try 3 today with that for this vlog, and that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm really genuinely excited about it. So I am going to go get my things done, and then we'll get to some reading this afternoon. Okay, so I'm back from my errands. It's like 11 o'clock in the morning now, but I forgot I'd ordered some pre-orders and they showed up while I was out. So I opened the package. I'm like, I don't know what this is. Sometimes things show up in my name, sometimes they show up in my husband's name, so I wasn't sure what they were, but they showed up today, so here we are. So I have My Androgynous Boyfriend Volume 2 and Volume 12 of A Bride Story. I forgot I considered pre-ordering them, and I forgot that I actually hit the button to actually pre-order them. So these are out as of today for this vlog. It's the 22nd, so these should be available in stores now for you, but y'all, this is sealed, which makes me think it's smutty about our lady lovers here, so I am so excited. But sometimes Kaoru Mori, she really does love to draw the female form. So I wonder if there's just like an extra bonus thing that's, you know, all smuttied. So I want to open this and see if there is. I mean, even if it is, I'm not going to show you guys just because I have young people watch my channel and I'm not going to like show all the smutty things just because, you know. So I'm not, because in volume 7, there's like this actual poster that's in color about them in the bathhouse. So as far as I can see, there's not one in this one, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be like more bathhouse stuff and things. I think it's going to be great. So I'm excited. I'm probably going to read both of these within the course of this week. So expect to see them soon, but I still need to film, edit, and upload the unboxing. And then from there, we should be in reading mode. So just a quick little glimpse at that. I thought you guys would appreciate that. So anyways, back to the other things, and then I'll talk to you once I've read. Okay, so I'm back, and let's talk about what I want to manga-wise get read today. I still need to read my buddy read pages for my buddy read, obviously, but I've got 4 volumes of manga that were not on my TBR that I really want to get to today. My friend Maeve over at Maeve Ever Reading, I will leave her linked down below. She kindly lends me manga from time to time, and we just kind of swap things back and forth. And, you know, I'm reading things before I'm buying them and things like that. So in this one, this is one she loaned me to do a try 3 with. I haven't had an opportunity to really film a try 3 recently, so I thought I would include the try 3 in this vlog, and that's for A Devil and Her Love Song. I don't know too much about this, but I'm really kind of excited about it. It's, she's gorgeous, whip smart, and a girl who seems to have it all, but when she unleashes her sharp tongue, it's no wonder some consider her to be the very devil. Maria's difficult ways get her kicked out of an elite school, but this particular fall may actually turn out to be her saving grace. Maria's frank nature gains her more enemies at her new school, but her angelic singing voice inadvertently catches the attention of Yusuke Kaneda and Shin Meguro. Can these boys mend her hardened heart, or will they end up getting scorched? So clearly we're dealing with a love triangle situation here. So those are the 2 guys. We have a blonde and a dark head, which is kind of common in shoujo, I've noticed, is that usually if there's a love triangle, one is fairer colored and the other is darker. And so I have no idea who she'll pick, obviously. But yeah, I'm excited to try this one out. And then I borrowed Clover from her. This is the complete series with the recent release of the big, oversized, gorgeous Clover omnibus that came out from Kodansha. I didn't want to make a financial investment in something like that if I wasn't even sure if I was going to like it. So I've been able to borrow this from her, and I'm really like excited to try it out. I know this one is a trip. It's kind of told in reverse from what I've heard. So I'm very hesitant, but excited at the same time. And I think it's going to be a trip. It's going to be interesting at the very least. And I don't know how this ties into the Clamp verse. I'm assuming it will, obviously, but... All right, so I just finished Clover, and I wouldn't say it's a new favorite Clamp title for me or anything. I think Wish is going to hold on to that for quite a while. Holic has the potential to take over that spot, but right now it's Wish. In this one, it is told in reverse in a lot of ways, but I think that's going to be interesting in and of itself. Because the other thing about Clover is it is unfinished. It's been on an indefinite hiatus for a long time. And so we only got the first 4 volumes technically, and Clamp has come out and said they want to have basically 2 more volumes to tell the rest of the story. So volumes 1 and 2 are in sequential order, and then 3 is a back step to tell more of the story, and then 4 is another back step to tell another part of the story. And I have a feeling 5 would be the introduction of a couple of our characters, and I'm not sure what 6 would be. I don't know if it would be like a flash back to like the start of the story time period and talking about it there. I don't know. But this was really interesting. It deals a lot with love and what that means to people and the definition of love. And it is a beautiful, explorative piece, I think is the easiest way to describe it. The art is stunning, and I can definitely understand why people love this. Do I want to invest in the oversized Kodansha version? I'm not 100% sure. I think if I found it on sale, I would, but I don't think I want to pay full price for it. But I do want to add Clover to my collection at some point. So thanks again to Maeve for loaning this to me, because it's an experience. I'll say that much. And I feel like this is a Clamp title that doesn't get talked about enough because of its obscurity, but I ended up enjoying its obscure nature. But I also went in knowing that it's kind of told in reverse, so I expected that, and ended up being able to enjoy it. So like I say, the first 2 volumes pretty much take place in order, and then volume 3 is a flashback and volume 4 is a flashback. So I assume volume 5 would be another important flashback, and then 6 would probably be however Clamp wanted to end the story, obviously. So if Clamp ever decides to finish this, I'm going to love that. I would love to see the ending of this. I want to know what they have in their heads and in their minds about it, but I don't know if they'll ever get to it. I mean, this was publishing like 2008, 2009, so I don't know if they'll ever finish it. But I feel like there is enough closure within this that you don't feel like you're left hanging at the same time. But I can understand why this wouldn't be people's favorites, because I wouldn't say it's my favorite, because I feel like I want more. And so maybe, again, I have a tendency to be greedy sometimes where I just want more from things. And so I think that is ultimately why Clover isn't a new favorite, is because I just want the rest. I want more. So with that said, I did enjoy it. Thank you again to Maeve for loaning it to me. And now what we're going to do is our try 3 of The Devil and Her Love Song. So I will check in after each volume on this one to tell you my thoughts. So I know this is an older series. I've not ever seen it in a store, so I don't know how old or how hard it is to get a hold of. I would have to do a little research on that. But if I like it, I might either borrow the rest of the series from her or try to invest in it on my own. So let's go ahead and dive in. All right, so I just finished A Devil and Her Love Song. And basically, Maria is a lot like Suzume in Daytime Shooting Star to me. As in, they're blunt, they get to the point. Maria obviously is an extreme of that, where Suzume wasn't necessarily. And the thing with Maria is she kind of has RBF, and so people automatically assume she's being cruel when she's being blunt with them. And so it gets misconstrued. And so, of course, all the girls are in bully mode in class and are trying to bully her out of class. And there's one girl in particular who, you know, is clearly, she's got some insecurity issues at the very least. And she's picking on Maria, and Maria's calling her on it. But at the same time, she's not calling her out to like a teacher. But the classmates have kind of found out that Maria was, the other classmate was exaggerating some things, and it's causing some problems. But the guys, however, Yusuke and Shin both have obviously taken notice of Maria. Shin is a quiet but good guy. He's a little bit on the bad boy side. He likes to skip a certain class. He skips English because he lived overseas for a time. And so the teacher likes to call on him in English, and so he doesn't like to go to English. From there, like, they kind of form a friendship. because he tries to protect her from some of the bullying and make sure that she's at the very least taking care of herself. It's really cute so far. I really love this. I'm definitely going to have to track down physical volumes for myself if I can, because it's so good. I don't know why people haven't or aren't talking about this online. I'm definitely going to have to track it down, because so far so good. I'm going to keep going, obviously, but man, this version of Try 3, Maeve, you just have my taste, babe. Like, you just know what I like. And man, I really like Maria. She's sassy and snarky and blunt, and she just has no filter. So she says exactly what she thinks, but she's also naturally very intuitive. So she sees through everybody else's masks, including Yusuke's. And Yusuke doesn't necessarily like that she sees through his mask, but he still thinks a lot of her, as does Shin, and they're just good guys. So at this point, whoever she ends up with, I would be okay with, but I like Maria. I'm just rooting for Maria's happiness at this point. So my gut says Shin right now, but her and Shin have made the most momentum in that direction so far. But on volume 2, it's Yusuke, not Shin. Volume 3 is Shin. So I don't know what's going to happen, because it feels like this one, but this one came first, so it might be this one. I don't know. But I'm going to read volume 2, and I might have more answers for you soon. All right, so I just finished volume 2, and I continue to really enjoy the series. Maria and Yusuke kind of have it out, and I think that was necessary, because Yusuke is somebody who tends to hide and only let things be surface level with people because he's afraid of getting hurt, is the impression that I get. And especially towards the end of this volume, you see that a little bit more. And so he puts on airs about everything and kind of holds everybody at arm's length for that same reason. And the way things went down in this volume were great. The thing with the female classmate, that's all been worked out. There's still another female classmate that has it out for her, and I think it's because she has a crush on Shin. So I think we'll see more of that still moving forward, and she doesn't like that Maria's kind of taken the attention away, and she was getting a lot of attention in class before, but she's not so much now. And so she's trying to force herself to be in the limelight, even if it's to, like, make Maria out to be the bad guy. And there was also a point where a teacher was encouraging this same behavior, and she basically calls the teacher on it. She's like, you're a deadbeat teacher. None of these kids take you seriously, so you're using me as your scapegoat. That's not okay. And so I really enjoyed the fact that she called the teacher on it, because the teacher was a pile of dog doo-doo. But yeah, I'm really liking the direction of the series so far. I do still think Shin's going to be best boy by the end, but it could go either way, and I would be okay either way. Obviously, I'm pretty sure this one's going to be a pretty Shin-heavy volume, but I'm really excited to see where this goes. And 2 volumes in, I'm like, I need to buy these. So I'm most likely going to try to invest in them. I'm trying to not spend any money this week, though. So maybe next week. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, I'm really excited to continue on with this. All right. So I just finished the 3rd volume of A Devil and Her Love Song. So in this one, we have a classmate who's been out ill return back to class. And, you know, she likes Yusuke, her childhood friend of Yusuke. The only time Yusuke really, like, paid attention to her was when she was sickly, you know. So she tries to get Maria to back off in a subtle, you know, kind of catty girl way. But Maria's like, where's this coming from? You want me to back off from my friend? No, thanks. And basically, this volume very much centers around that friendship dynamic. They're calling each other frenemies at this point, and honestly, this series is good. I enjoy it. I think it's a solid shoujo. I'm going to be adding it to my collection. It is available via Right Stuff. I did check that before I filmed this clip, and it is 13 volumes long. So the whole series is complete. It's available and still in print, technically. So I intend to pick this up. I'm really enjoying my time with it. And yeah, so far so good today. So that is all that I wanted to make sure I got read today, because I had enough time for that. And these all need to go back to Maeve when she and I go to lunch on Thursday. So from here, let's go grab something new to read. All right, so I've now decided what I'm going to read next. I'm going to focus on finishing The Young Master's Revenge. So I need to read these 3 volumes because I have previously read the first volume. But I think what I want to do just to get myself in the right mindset for these is read the last chapter in volume 1 just to kind of immerse me back in the story and where we're at currently, and jump into volume 2. So that's going to kind of be my plan. I don't know how much I'm going to check in with this one just because it's short enough. I'd rather just talk about it as a whole, I think. Where the other one is a 13-volume series, so volume by volume, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel. But this one, it's only 4 volumes long, so, and I intend to finish it, so I can just give you kind of my overall thoughts at the end. So I think that's going to be my plan. I don't want this vlog to be 10 hours long. So yeah, I will check in with you guys once I've finished The Young Master's Revenge. Okay, friends, so I just finished The Young Master's Revenge, and this series is really sweet and really cute. This final volume really just wraps up very much in the style of the rest of the series. And you know, we get the love confession, we get a time skip and a proposal, as we do with short manga series like this sometimes. And it fed my soul. Leo and Tenma, I don't know why her name always tries to leave me, because I want to confuse it with Ten from Shortcake Cake. That's what I always try to do. That's why Tenma doesn't stick. But anyways, Leo and Tenma are adorable, and the way that they come into their feelings for each other is really sweet, and I think really pretty realistic and genuine. There is some over-exaggeration for the sake of the manga, and, you know, interlopers who are always over the top, and it's really fun. I really enjoyed the journey that was The Young Master's Revenge. So if you like the concept at all, it's really sweet, and I really like it. And yes, so I highly recommend the series as a whole. Again, it's really short, only the 4 volumes, and it's out through Viz and their Shoujo Beat imprint, and it's just really cute. I really like it. I would love to see like an anime movie of this if they ever made one, but it's really cute. I really think people should give this one a little more love. So it's only about 4 o'clock here. So I need to be on a live stream at 6 tonight. But outside of that, I've just kind of got some time right now. So I think I might do my other try 3 today. My other try 3 is for Honey Hunt. And so I think I'm going to do that. I think it's going to be the right choice for me. And I'm really just enjoying my time with this. So this obviously was for my finish a series prompt on this, and I really just had a good time with this one. It's just really sweet shoujo shenanigans. So if you want, I mean, it's pretty formulaic, I'm not gonna lie here, but it's still really fun and really sweet, and sometimes you just need a good, predictable shoujo as a palate cleanser for the other things that you read. And that's definitely what The Young Master's Revenge is for me. It's that palate cleanser, and it's just really good. I really enjoyed it. Highly recommend checking it out. I think I'm going to pick up Honey Hunt. If I don't, then I won't talk to you guys maybe even until Thursday. My work day tomorrow is kind of insane. I think tomorrow's going to mostly be a digital manga day. I've read a lot this afternoon, and I'm feeling really good about my progress on this readathon, because really, even if I don't read Honey Hunt today, that leaves me 2 of the 9 prompts left to do. And one of them, my Read a Shoujo title, I'll be reading all of My Little Monster, and I do also want to get my reread of Full Metal Alchemist in this week. So I've still definitely got lots to read. So I've not run out of things to read at all. So yeah, things are going really good. Like, I'm just having a great reading week. And I'm really happy about everything. But yeah, so let's see. Finish the series. Sorry, I'm just updating my bullet journal while I'm thinking about it. And yeah, so I will talk to you once I've read Honey Hunt, whether that's today or whether that's next week. Not next week. On Thursday, I don't know. Because I might do that Thursday morning before I go spend time with Maeve. And then, yeah, I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to let this be my manga reading for the day, and I'll read my digital stuff at work tomorrow. Because I've got quite a few digital titles that I've got volumes of already, so I wouldn't be spending anything to do that. So I think I'll just catch up on all my digital titles while I'm at work tomorrow, and then from there, work on the rest of the stuff that I want to get read. And then I have a pile of new things that I want to read. Maybe I'll read My Androgynous Boyfriend today. I don't know. I'm cheating way too much, I feel like. So anyways, once I read something, I'll talk to you again. Okay? Okay. Hi, friends. Good morning. It is officially Wednesday morning. It's still a little while before I need to head to work. I'm going to take care of a couple things around the house this morning while I listen to my audiobook of The Highlander by Kerrigan Byrne. I've got like 4.5 hours left in this, and I listened to it at 2 times speed. So there's a good chance I'll finish this probably today, possibly tomorrow. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm getting close to that. I'm loving it so far. The angst between the two is fantastic, and I'm really excited to see where this one's going to go. So let's talk about what I've read since we last chatted. So, finished The House of Salt and Sorrows. Again, this was a reread for me. This is a dark gothic retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses. And this one, I just love it so much. This was our Tell It Again pick for September. April and I have both read this before, but we were so disappointed with our last book. We thought we'd reread something that we knew we already loved. And so we really wanted to kind of get ready for the fall vibes and the feels, and it's been the perfect fit for that. It's definitely gothic. It's got dark, ghosty elements to it. It's really well done. I really enjoy it. And yes, I had the best time rereading this. My rating hasn't changed. It's still 5 stars for me. One of my favorite retellings, especially one that's on the darker side. I tend to not favor the ones that are too dark, but this one really, for whatever reason, hit me in the right place. I know Aaron A. Craig has another book coming out soon, so I'm excited for that whenever that comes out. Let's get to some manga that I decided to read last night. So I read volume 3 of My Love Story, and it was so fun to jump back into this story again. I really need to finish collecting the rest of these volumes because, man, the series is so cute. I really love Takeo. He's such a cinnamon roll. I love him so much. And he and his girlfriend are just too cute. I just love them. And they surprise Suna, his best friend, the handsome best friend, this guy, for his birthday. And, you know, they just kind of have a conversation. Like, all of this is so cute. They go to the beach. They go on a date. Like, all of it is really cute. And just the way they stumble through their romantic relationship, he and Futaba, I want to say is her name. Yeah, Futaba. The way that Takeo and Futaba just have this really organic and natural relationship is really sweet. So it's one of those series where they get together in the first volume, and then you're just on the journey with them for their relationship as they navigate all of their feelings and stuff. It's really sweet. I love it so much. Highly recommend checking out this series if you haven't. And this is one that a lot of guys would probably enjoy as well because it is from a male perspective. And my cat has decided he wants to be on this cat tree that I've got you propped up on. So I'm sorry you went for a ride there. But yes, read My Love Story if you haven't. And I'm definitely going to be getting more volumes of that soon. Can you simmer down, Light Song? Are you done now? Okay. I think he's done moving for a minute. Next up, I read My Androgynous Boyfriend Volume 2. I love them so much. There's only the 2 volumes out so far in Japan. We haven't seen a Volume 3 yet, but it is ongoing, so it's not finished. I wasn't sure if this was going to be the end, because I'm like, I think there's only 2 volumes. But this one's just a slower publish. It's a slice of life josei title in which we're following a man who is androgynous, who loves his girlfriend with all of his heart, and their journey kind of through life. It's so adorable and so cute. And yes, you get all the Park Jimin vibes from Megaru, and if you think any different, you're a liar. But yes, he Megaru is amazing. I love him as a character, and Wako, his fangirl girlfriend, is the best. I love her. And their dynamic is just so cute and kind of unique to me in manga, just because she's such an avid fangirl and he just loves her for it. She's his biggest fan and he loves her for it, and I love them. I love them a whole lot. But he's a model and he works at a clothing store, and it's just cute. We love to see it. We love them. And then I also read My Senpai is Annoying Volume 2. This is a comedy slice of life about an office romance between this tiny girl and this burly man. So again, her name is Futaba, but she's definitely in denial of her feelings for her senpai, Harumi. And we see Valentine's Day, we see a trip to the beach, we see all sorts of things in this volume. And it's cute. I really like this series. And it's slightly colored, like it's not like full color, but you know, you get a little bit of color throughout it. And so it makes it a little bit unique for manga because you rarely get color other than like a panel or two in manga. So the fact that this is lightly colored just makes it stand out a little bit more to me, and I really enjoy it. And I did enjoy reading this second volume. I read it when I was in the bath last night and had a great time with that. So that is everything that I've read since I last talked to you. Today, because it's a work day, if I have time to read at work, I'm going to just read some of the digital titles that I have, and I will most likely be updating those from my phone. So yeah, that's going to kind of be the plan. And I think I'm getting to enough content where I really need to get a vlog going, and it'll probably be the 3 days. And the other thing is I might just read what I'm going to read and update you when I get home. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do this because I don't think I'll get too much read. It's a really busy day at work for me. I even have a couple of clients overlapping, and I don't usually do that. My county has officially gone back on a mask mandate, and so I expect people to be balking and not very happy about that. But because of that, I'm probably even going to cut out my second day of the week, at least for October, and see how that goes. Just because it's crazy right now. I can't even think about all of that right now. So I got to get my October days picked out while I'm at work today so I can get that taken care of. But anyways, thank you guys for continuing to watch. I hope you are having a lovely reading week. I'm sure enjoying myself. And I will talk to you guys in a little bit. Hey guys, Shayla here. So I'm here to wrap up this vlog. So I'm going to tell you what I ended up reading while I was at work yesterday. It was mostly the Highlander. I've got about an hour left in the Highlander, and I'm seriously in love with it. Kerrigan Byrne just does darker historicals better than anybody else I've read so far. So I really am enjoying it. So if you want something that's maybe a little more angsty, a little more high stakes, check out a Kerrigan Byrne as opposed to just like a traditional Tessa Dare historical. So I enjoy both authors, but they just write historical very differently. So I enjoy both for what they are. Tessa Dare is the more lighthearted, feminist, quirky, fun historical, where Kerrigan Byrne is the one that's going to rip your heart out and make you cry. So there's that. Manga-wise, I did read the entirety of Crocodile Baron. This is one that's out digitally from Kodansha, and it's been on my Comixology for a little while now, and I loved it. It was so cute. It's basically about this crocodile who ends up befriending this little rabbit and fighting his wild nature to be a gentleman. And it's all about their foodie experiences and their friendship growing and him learning that his wild side isn't necessarily bad. It's just part of him. And it's really sweet. I really love how this one played out. I would have kept reading, but there's only the 3 volumes. So I did read it in its entirety yesterday. And that's really all I got read yesterday. But Crocodile Baron, I give a solid 4 stars. Outside of what I've already checked in with you with. So I just wanted to wrap this vlog, tell you a little bit about Crocodile Baron. From here, you're going to be getting a second vlog for the rest. I didn't vlog obviously much yesterday just because it was a work day. And I will have a work day on Saturday. So that's how I know that, you know, splitting it up here and then the other half will be the best for the vlogs. So I hope you enjoyed. If you made it to this end, definitely give us a like. Tell me down below. Let's see. What emoji should we put in there if you made it all the way to the end? Let's do, put a cat emoji down below, because my cat's being a shenanigan right here. So if you made it this far, put a cat emoji in the comments, and I will see you guys next time.